It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to it again. David Onyemata, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep, a Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here we go with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Saints at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
That's good for the Saints.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
75. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the...
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That good for 19 and a first down. Now a play fake. Carr. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr quickly a slant to Renfro. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Carr completing it to the right side. Johnson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Steps away to his left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes.
71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll try to throw now. Winston forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tano Passanio just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Landry now on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 78 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Abdullah to return.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Jameis to throw it. And the Raiders have got him.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, it's Winston.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr looking deep for Adams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
151 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They run it again with Kamara. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
Down at the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
What now?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr.
And this one too low.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, it's Carr. Touchdown! Keelan Cole, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Boy, 203 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, nice move. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Trying the left side with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst first, good for 20 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Saints, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.